On Peace Report, I'm Amy Goodman with Sharif Abdel-Qaddous.
International outrage is growing over a Florida church's plan to burn the Quran on September the 11th. The Dove World Outreach Center, based in Gainesville, Florida, has vowed to burn the Muslim holy book to mark the 9th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. On Monday, hundreds of Afghans rallied in Kabul to denounce the church's plans. The protests came 2 days after thousands of Indonesians held protests in Jakarta and 5 other cities. The top U.S. and NATO commander in Afghanistan, General David Petraeus, has warned the burning could endanger U.S. troops. The White House echoed Petraeus' concerns. Press Secretary Robert Gibbs addressed the issue at a news conference on Tuesday.
Well, look, I think the best place to look for the views of this administration would be to look at what General Petraeus said over the weekend. We know that that type of activity, we know that type of activity is being transmitted back to places like Afghanistan, where General Petraeus obviously is our lead commander. As he said, it puts our troops in harm's way, and obviously that any type of activity like that would be that puts our troops in harm's way would be a concern to this administration.
In Washington, a broad coalition of religious leaders from evangelical, Roman Catholic, Jewish and Muslim organizations has called the planned Quran burning a violation of American values. Meanwhile, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton hosted an iftar dinner to celebrate Ramadan at the State Department on Tuesday and also condemned the planned Quran burning.
I am heartened by the clear, unequivocal condemnation of this disrespectful, disgraceful act that has come from American religious leaders of all faiths, from evangelical Christians to Jewish rabbis, as well as secular U.S. leaders and opinion makers.
The little-known Dove World Outreach Center is an evangelical Christian church based in Gainesville with between 30 and 50 members. It made headlines last year after handing out T-shirts that said Islam is of the devil. Its pastor, Terry Jones, was asked about Petraeus' warning that the burning of Qurans could endanger U.S. troops on CNN yesterday.
Are you willing to have the blood of soldiers on your hands by this demonstration?
Yeah, we are actually very, very concerned, of course, and we are taking the general's words very, very serious. We are continuing to pray about the action on September the 11th. We are indeed very concerned about it. It's just that we don't know. I mean, how long do we back down?
So you're saying that you might
stop backing down?
You might well not go through with this? You're saying that you're praying about it. You may not burn the Quran on September 11th?
I'm saying that we are definitely praying about it. Well, we have firmly made up our mind, but at the same time, we are definitely praying about it. But like I said, I mean, how long? I mean, when does America stand for truth? I mean, instead of us being blamed for what other people will do or might do, why don't we send a warning to them? Why don't we send a warning to radical Islam and say, look, don't do it?
That's Terry Jones on CNN. The St. Petersburg Times today front page story says he will proceed with the Quran burning. Well, the story follows protests against the planned Islamic Community Center 2 blocks from Ground Zero here in New York and the recent arson of a construction site for a new mosque and Islamic center in Tennessee. While Pastor Jones' plans to burn Qurans has made headlines around the world, less attention has been paid to what local community members in Gainesville are planning in response. A group called the Gainesville Muslim Initiative has planned several counter-events, including teach-ins, a peace vigil this week. And the mayor of Gainesville, Craig Lowe, has condemned the event and has declared September 11th as Interfaith Solidarity Day. So we're going to Gainesville now, where we're joined by Ziad Ghanimi. He is the Public Relations Officer for the Gainesville Muslim Initiative, a Ph.D. student at the University of Florida. He's joining us by Skype. And joining us here in the studio is Mustafa Bayoumi, an Associate Professor of English at Brooklyn College, CUNY. He's author of How Does It Feel to Be a Problem, Being Young and Arab in America? And we're joined on the telephone by the mayor of Gainesville, Craig Lowe. Craig, let's begin with you, Mayor Lowe. Who is Terry Jones? In fact, you have felt his wrath, his targeting yourself when you ran for mayor.
Yes, that is correct. Terry Jones is the pastor of a church, if that's what you wish under such circumstances that is very small and is a very fringe group in Gainesville and not someone who is representative of our community in the least. Gainesville is a community that does value every person regardless of their religion, their race, their gender, their national origin, their sexual orientation, or their language at birth. We are a community that does seek for everyone to contribute to our community and welcomes contributions from everyone in our community, and we wish to protect that image to the world and not the images that we see on CNN and other networks with regard to this very unfortunate series of incidents.
You're the first openly gay mayor of Gainesville, and that's why he attacked you?
Well, that is correct. That was the basis for his attacks.
Ziad Ghanimi, tell us what you're doing, what the the Gainesville Muslim Initiative is, and what you have been doing in preparation for the Quran burning Saturday.
Sure. So the Gainesville Muslim Initiative has been formed about 2 months ago, but not necessarily to respond to Pastor Jones. Gainesville Muslim Initiative tried to increase awareness about Islam and Muslims here in the United States to counter the negative narrative that has been around about Muslims and Islam, especially with the Ground Zero Mosque and what's happening in Tennessee. What Pastor Jones did was just a way for us to proceed on our plan and to extend the number of activities that we had planned to undertake for this whole semester. What have we planned so far? Well, it was amazing how people from other religions were very supportive of us. Many of the activities that we have planned are in partnership with churches, synagogues, and sometimes Hindu temples. We have a large majority of Hindus here in Gainesville. All of them were very supportive, and what we decided to do is have a series of events. Some of them were interfaith events, and some of them were only events initiated by Muslims and conducted by Muslims. For example, we're having open houses at both of the mosques in Gainesville where everyone is invited to come, and it's going to be on September the 17th. Basically, we want people to feel reassured about the fact that if you go inside a mosque, nothing wrong is going to happen to you, nothing dangerous is going to happen to you. You're going to be talking to people who are normal like everyone else, and you will visit the mosque and see how Muslims pray and how they behave.